Hey everybody, welcome back to another movie review. Happy Valentine's Day as I am filming this. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning, so hopefully I am not going to spit up anything stupid in this review. I'm going to be doing my review of Judas and the Black Mache. Hopefully I said it correctly. I just watched it. I know I promised some more reviews. I've just been busy with a couple of things. So I just want to get this video out because I just saw the film and I just want to divulge my thoughts. So Judas and the Black Mache is, of course, starring Lakeith Stanfield and, more notably, Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton. It tells the story of an FBI agent played by Lakeith Stanfield, and who infiltrates the Black Panther Party and the uprising, of course, of the Black Panther Party, led by Fred Hampton, played by Daniel Kaluuya. And Lakeith's character starts to become very involved in the Black Panther Party. Eventually becomes a security captain, and he becomes very much intrigued with the of both Daniel Kaluuya and, of course, the what the Black Panther Party represents in general, and just becomes involved. Of course, he also is an FBI agent, so eventually, throughout the course of the film, he has to make a choice whether to stay loyal to being within the FBI or side with the enemy, with the Black Panther Party. And really, who is the enemy? Well, the lines are blurred and such. So, if that sounded in any way like The Irishman, you would not be, or if you watch the film, let me elaborate. If you watch the film and you get the impression of The Irishman, I would not look at you weirdly, because the film definitely does share similarities to The Irishman in terms of just how it overall plays out. And there is one point in particular where you very much are presented to something similar to The Irishman. I won't spoil what it is, or if you know historical facts, I guess. But I guess it's not really a spoiler, but I won't say it to anybody who doesn't know. But in going into Judas and the Black Mache, of course, I heard a lot of things about Daniel Kaluuya. He, of course, has been getting a lot of accolades and nominations for his work, and I was just curious just to see the story itself. That was mainly the draw of it, was seeing the Black Panther Party. I'm not familiar with the Black Panther Party, so just going into this film, I was curious to know what they were going to present to me. And I have to say that the thing that I thought that I was going to like actually was the thing that I found to be okay, but the thing that I found to shine the most was Saka King, who is the director of the film. I found Saka King's direction to be the best element of the film. His commitment and steady patience in his storytelling here provided the needed depth and emotional pull the film needed. Because I believe this is a story-driven film. This is not a performance-driven film. Because Lakeith Stanfield is pretty solid here. You can see the torture brewing inside of him, while also his inner search for a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose, which plays to another thing that I really liked about the film, which is the thematic purpose that it holds. I think it's a perfect thematic purpose, a sense of belonging and a sense of a need of guided purpose in the darkest days. Really, really fits the tone and the atmosphere of this film, and I think it played wonderfully here. In talking about Daniel Kaluuya, because that is the point of conversation, I found him to be, just personally, I found him to be fun. I didn't think he was all that great. I found his presence to be fine. I never found myself hating Daniel Kaluuya or being bored around him. My draw into the story was Saka King, his direction, and his choice of pacing, and his choice of showing certain elements, and also his style is very unique. This it has like an interesting blend of feels that I really enjoy. It doesn't feel distinct, doesn't try to be straightforward. It really puts a stamp with a distinct style, and I really liked what Saka King brought to the table. The performances are, again, they're fine. Lakeith Stanfield is the one that is the point of view that you see throughout the entire film, and his presence is a lot more bigger than Daniel Kaluuya's. Daniel Kaluuya's is 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 definitely a supporting role. Lakeith Stanfield, like I said, I think he's very solid here. I just thought Daniel Kaluuya was fine. I didn't. I just didn't love him. I just thought he was fine at best, and I I don't know. I just wasn't really drawn into him as much as I was with Lakeith. Um, but nevertheless, though, to sum it up, this is both an important and a solidly helmed piece that paints great and disturbing detail, I would say, of a time and a movement that is still being fought today, and interweaves multiple storylines smoothly and satisfyingly, all in thanks to Saka King's hold to the craft. It does feel like Irishman at one point. Believe me, it does not feel like a retread. It is unique in its own way, thanks greatly to Saka King's direction. Its greatest strength is in its craftsmanship, not by the albeit committed performances, nonetheless. But this is very much Saka King's movie, not Daniel Kaluuya's movie, in my personal opinion, because he was fine. That's really the word I find for Daniel Kaluuya. Fine at best. But it is an important film to watch, and I think that the helm to the craft, the commitment to its steady pace, really is what brought the film really brought the pull and the depth that I was looking for, and that is where this film ultimately becomes something much more engrossing than if that element was not there. To sum it up, it is a story-driven piece that is earned and feels satisfying and doesn't feel that it's being preachy. It feels balanced. That's the best word I can describe the film. It feels balanced. Thanks greatly to Saka King. And I really think that you guys should watch it just because I think that the ideas that it has are important and are very they're stuff that we still fight today: racism, racial discrimination. It's very important stuff to watch, and I think the film paints a very familiar but a unique style and a unique representation to a story that we've seen time and time again. And Saka King is really what keeps the film afloat, not the performances.